us a joke, man.
A joke? Well, do you know? I'm going to say the one I said before.
Go ahead.
Not the bad one, the good one.
Go for it.
All right, so does everybody know that the first French fry was actually not made in France?
Where was it made?
It was made in Greece.
The worst jokes of all time, but we love it.
Dad jokes 101, baby.
Yo, what's up, guys? I just broke my watch. Shit. Try that again. Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Chris Tutela, alongside, once again, my good friend, colleague, and creepy co-host,
Ruben Borges.
And today, we have a very special guest on the show.
Oh, I would be Lin Mac.
Lenny Mac. He's back, baby.
That's
Lenny
right.
Mac is back.
He always says I'm back, but I never left.
Nice. All right.
All right, strike two. You got one more left.
No way, man. This is not a training
You
session.
got one more joke. We have one more joke that you can use.
All right.
But welcome to episode number 49 of TTS Talk. Lenny Mac, welcome to the show, man. It's a pleasure to finally have you on.
49?
49.
Yeah.
49. You guys almost up to my age.
Can you believe that?
Shit, I'm going to be, let's see, I'm going to carry the one. I am now 51.
51.
I will
Outta
be
here.
52 next month.
Wow.
So, if anybody's watching, I like Tito's, Paul.
Well, you're reversing the clocks, brother. You're looking good. So Lynn, you're going to be 52 next week?
No, next month.
Next month, sorry.
In a month.
Okay. 52 next month.
Yep.
Now, when did you start training with us?
I started when I was 49.
You started when you were 49. All right. So, holy shit, it's been that long
It's
already?
almost 3 years.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. It's pretty
2.5.
crazy. Time flies, yeah. It's meathead math right there. Now, listen. So you started when you were 49.
Yep.
Did you have any experience training or anything like that before you walked in?
Well, my training, as far as like doing real lifting,
Yep.
no, I just used to bounce around every once in a while in the gym here or there,
Okay.
or hit the fridge a lot.
Okay. And was it inconsistent, your training?
By inconsistent, meaning like one day yes, and then 3 months yes, yeah.
Okay.
You mean like one day on, maybe you take a break?
3 days off, 3 months off, 1 day on.
Yeah. So you were getting that. So inconsistent to say the least.
Correct.
Right?
Never had structure or anything.
No structure.
Okay.
Got
Do
it.
I look like a structured guy?
Well,
yeah.
you've been pretty good since you've been here. Now, here, let me ask you this, though. So you've been here 3 days a week for the last 3 years. You hardly ever miss.
Yep.
What was the difference for you being here? Like, what keeps you consistent here that was missing from what you were doing prior to coming here?
Well, that's easy. For me, coming here is awesome. It's like because I like the fact that we got smaller classes.
Yep.
Right? And everybody here is always rooting each other on, busting each other's, or chops, whatever,
You can say balls.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Balls. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the balls, but the atmosphere is so energetic and it's so invigorating.
Yeah.
Right? And most important to me, it's like family. So
Yeah.
this is what I know what you're striving to build a place out of, and it's something that for sure that I get and feel the energy, and I absolutely love coming here. I mean, I look forward to coming here 3 days a week, banging and clanging with the boys, telling my bad jokes, getting razzed about my shoes, but picking up the motherfucking weights. But
Yeah. No, I love it, man.
so I have a good time.
You're a great example of what we're looking to have. Is we talk about that energy. You bring a lot of that when you come here. You come here 15 minutes early every day. Barely miss sessions. You're here to work. You already know what we're doing in a sense. Do you get carried away? Sure, we joke around once in a while. We got a taming. That's what we're here for.
We need to tase them. We need a shot collar.
But that vibe you bring is really infectious. So when the guys are with you, they can't help but laugh a little bit, but know they're gonna have a great session. And that's something you bring to the table.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I always love having fun, man. So, I mean, if you're not having fun, what's the point?
For sure.
You gotta love what you're doing. I love coming here and working out. So,
So Chris is getting it. It's been a while. There was no structure, and it was.
No.
You're as structured as it gets. It's kind of surprising because you are here consistent.
Yep.
You have your notebook ready, you have your weights, you have your progressions.
Most
You
of
come up to me and let me know what you. Man, 3 months ago I hit this for this rep. Look how much higher I got. Look how many reps I got this time. Like you seem pretty structured to me.
I'm
and
keeping
that's
my
really
books.
awesome. Yeah, you
That's
are.
great.
Keeping my books.
And listen, there's a lot of guys out there that might be watching this right now that are in their 40s or their 50s or even their 30s, believe it or not. Will say, I'm getting old. I'm too old to do this. I'm too old to do that. I can't work out like I used to. So why don't you talk about that a little bit? Because, you know, you now into your 50s have been making strides, man. You've been making so much progress. So talk about that a little bit.
So, like, I'll tell this story. Like, when I obviously, you know, I saw all this, you know, it's coming up on my Facebook screen. Right? Right? It's coming to my feed. And I kept saying to my wife, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, babe, you know, I said, I'm going to be, you know, 49. My father dropped dead when he was like 51 of a massive heart attack. So I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm just getting a little scared because I'm getting closer and closer to the 50.
Right.
I'm like, I really, and I kind of joined the gym. I was going a little bit, you know, and I was like, you know, I need something that's going to make me go consistently.
Right.
Because if I'm left to my own devices, I'm going to be like everybody else does. They're going to be enthused for like the first 2 weeks.
Right.
And then because you're on your own and I really don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
Right? It's like, I don't know. You look at the machines and go,
right.
You look at the pictures, you're like, what? So, you know,
trying to figure it out.
Trying to
like
figure out
how to do an exercise or something. Yeah.
More importantly, doing it right.
Right.
Because obviously, a guy as young as me
as young and as handsome.
Yeah, man.
does have some issues, you know, with wear and tear over the years of abuse of, you know, hanging out, doing whatever, playing sports, or just old age and shit.
Right.
So, you know, I got a couple of herniated discs in my back. I got arthritic knees. I got one knee's almost bone to bone. So it's like, so I don't also hurt myself.
Right.
Right? Because by using bad technique. So I was talking to my wife, and she's like, I said, look at this thing on Facebook. I said, it's real close. And she's like, just do it. It's like, whatever it is, $90, whatever, $80, whatever it was for the one, you know, the SOB promotion.
Right.
Which is a fantastic deal, by the way. Shameless plug. But
thank you, sir.
No, I'm serious.
We need more plugs, less jokes. So keep doing that. We're going to trade off there.
So I signed up for the class, you know, like you immediately respond, right? You know, you text me up or hit me up or something. And I come in here, and it was me and a couple other guys. And it was one of the days you were doing, I think, training of athletes. And I'm sitting in there in the corner. Back then, this place was a little bit different, you know. And you had carpet, you know, the lime
Old dirty turf.
Yeah, that's lime green shit going on, you know. And those big jump up cushions
boxes
were over in the corner over there.
See, it's his memory.
So I'm sitting, you know, I do have a good memory. So I'm like an elephant. But I go back over there. I'm not saying the bad joke either. But going back over there, right? I'm sitting in the corner and I'm watching this guy who's probably like early 20s.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing like a
one of our college athletes. I think
you were doing like, I think it was a set of burpees a whole bunch of times. And I was watching him do stuff, and the guy's almost puking on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm looking for the door. And I'm like, I put myself in that corner, and that door was barrel bolted shut. And I'm like, where do I go? How do I sneak out?
He was standing by the wall like this.
I'm like
Ace Ventura.
So I'll go there, and I'm like, I'm sitting there like, I'm having a really kind of like sitting in the corner, having a little fucking come to Jesus moment. Like,
the hell did I just do?
What am I in for? I'm fucking fat out of shape. These guys are half my age.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's just see. Let's see what's got. Because I love the energy that was going on.
Yeah.
Just from the first onset of seeing what was happening. So, bottom line is I stayed, you know, I went through the first stretching routines, the warm-up routines. And I was like, that was only half.
Yeah.
And orientation, that's only like half of what it normally is. And I'm sitting there like, holy shit, I'm really out of shape.
Yeah.
Because I barely got through that before the workout.
Right.
So I'm like, I go home to my wife, and she goes, how was it? I'm like, babe. I was like, if this don't kill me, I'm going to live forever to bother you.
But let me ask you this. What made you come back after that? Because I think a lot of people, because it wasn't like we just tried to kick your ass that night. Like it was a warm-up and wanted to teach you, right? So you were just out of shape, that you were out of breath and deconditioned, whatever. So like, what made you come back?
So I come to my first class.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just the assessment. That's just me and the other guys, you know, who signed up, right? And I'm like, I come to the first class, and I start seeing everybody's like just helping each other and pushing each other on. And some of the veterans that are still here now were in that class. Yeah. And I'm like,
3 years ago.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn. I said, this is pretty cool. And the fact that you guys, you know, modify, right? Modify the exercises, right? And give the proper recommendations and teaching the form and all those things. It's like, it became for me like, I'm learning something new. I'm learning a whole new culture of how to properly train my body, right, and do it without hurting myself with the limitations that I have, right, and quite honestly, the lack of strength that I had back then compared to now is like, whoa,
now,
baby,
flex
flex
on.
I mean, now I got little baby muscles, but the idea is that I've been learning. I'm just soaking it up like a sponge. Like, Ruben mentioned earlier, and you mentioned earlier. Sometimes like he's always asking questions, and he's like trying to do this because I'm trying to absorb everything because I want to make sure that I'm doing everything right. And I love paying it forward. It's like when the new guys come in here, the younger guys, and I'm like, dude, you're doing that wrong, man. Come on, show it this way. It's like, I was like, listen. I said, come here, short stuff. I was like, so showing him what to do. You know what I mean?
This is something. But to touch back, you talk about the gaining strength. You do soak it up like a sponge because you have been gaining a really good amount of strength. You're a great example of like percentage of what you've gained is like 50, 80%. Because you're doing it the right way, and you do listen though when we do tell you these things.
Yeah, I may be joking around and like I love what's it? Flash alert, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to break jobs.
Yeah.
But
I think they got it now.
Hey, we get it.
Woo! That's what I'm saying.
You guys see what we're dealing with now. Not always easy for us either, guys.
He listens to all the cues. He's right on point, and afterwards, and even if he picks a weight, I don't know. That felt pretty good. You go up 10 pounds. All right, I agree.
I'll do it.
He's ready to go.
I'm ready to do it.
If we need to back down, just work on technique. You have no ego. You leave that door, you work on that. Yeah.
No, you guys know more than me, so I'm just. You tell me what to do, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Almost seems like he's not coachable, but he really is coachable.
And the people that might be watching this or drive by this place and they don't want to come in because I think people associate fitness with like, we're gonna kick your ass in there, or we're gonna do this or that, or make you do something dangerous.
Nope.
Like a good training facility, because there's others out there, right? It's not just this place, but that you got to do your research a little bit. You got to make sure that because if you walk into a place and they're just trying to make you puke or make it really hard for you, that's not the right place.
Nope.
But we talk about that a little bit because that's something that we and other good facilities out there to spend a lot of time on making sure that it's being done safely and that you're learning and because this whole thing. The reason I bring this up, you mentioned how you want to absorb all this and learn, because we're trying to it's not just, hey, let's do this, this, and this. We want to teach you. We want you to evolve. We want you to understand. And it's a progressive thing, too, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, basically, you guys taught me how, equated to like, being a baby, right? You taught me how to crawl, right? You taught me how to, hold on and kind of just cruise around a little bit, how to introduce me to the weights and the proper weight selections, more important, the technique, and really the breathing element, which is huge with the weightlifting, because sometimes, we'll be like, dude, you gotta breathe or you're not gonna get that weight up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like,
how to breathe properly, embrace and support your spine with the air that you're breathing in, right?
And that part I found is a huge difference in just going somewhere. So, plus the class sizes, they're not like, it's not like going into a gym when you got like, there's 300 people in there.
Right.
You got like a dozen people, and so you get that more of that one-on-one coaching.
Yeah.
Right? So in essence, you're getting a trainer and a routine who's doing everything for you, let alone, the nutrition element that comes in here. Right? And the programs that you guys offer for the nutrition and stuff like that. I mean, that part, I've done all of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, I came to my memory feed a couple years ago. I mean, the first pictures of me when I was one of the videos Ruben showed here, it was like, that was me like maybe 25 pounds heavier or something.
Yeah.
So
a lot less muscle, a lot more body fat, right?
Yeah. So, and what you've actually guys taught me is sometimes it's really not about the number. It's how you look and how the clothes fit on your body.
Right.
I mean,
and that's to go along with your performance too, because you're such a great example. You started 49, right? Got into strength training every month. I mean, we would just see you like, man, Lin, you're looking great. The shoulders getting wide, your waist in and out, and then to go along with that, your performance getting better. You're getting stronger on these lifts. Your technique was a lot more sound and more pristine. And to go along with that, the plus is the aesthetic look.
Yeah.
And then you start wearing sleeveless shirts and everything like that. So,
Started getting tatted up. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, tattoos. I got one here.
Yeah.
Look at the new one over there. I'm getting sneakers. My wife's like, "What's wrong with you? What's going on with you?"
Just all of that has been tremendous. I actually remember the breathing. I think we were doing like a shoulder press of some sort, and you didn't get one particular lift. And I was like, you wanted to back down. I said, no, stay there. You were holding your breath so long, and it was a matter of just exhaling at the right time. And we did. We hit the lift. You know, big epic moment, right?
Big epic moment.
Those are little things that you're always soaking in, and now you got the breathing down.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, we'll still fix it here and there, but you've learned that you're getting so much better that now you help others with it too.
Right. And I think what's really great, what really, inspires me and inspires all of us, I think, is that how you're leading by example, right? For you doing you might have been nervous to sign up the first time, but you pulled the trigger on it, you showed up here, you're like, what the hell did I just get myself into? But you stuck with it. You made all this progress, and then what happened? All of a sudden, Mrs. Mac started coming.
That's right.
So, and then your son, Patrick, started coming, right? So Patricia and Patrick started coming. But that's, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I'll let you go in a sec. But my whole thing is that, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to spread this message, and that, how the importance and significance of health and fitness and how it could improve your life. And by you just taking action on it, that's going to spread, and you could change the lives of others because of it.
I'm always talking you guys up to everybody that I know.
Thank you.
And you know what? I feel like if I'm having such a great experience out of this, right, and I trust you guys so much, the ultimate sign of trust is actually letting you train my wife and my children. So to me, it's like, it was a win-win, because my wife kept seeing what I'm doing. She goes, I kept saying, you should go. And she kept saying, no.
Because she was really intimidated, right? Her and I worked together with the nutrition side of things first.
Yep. And, and my son's like, Dad, I want to go. And I'm like, all right, son.
Yeah.
So I get, now I get to spend, at least a dedicated 3 hours a week with my son.
There you go.
Well, shout out to Pat. He's made some really
he's made incredible progress.
Yeah.
I know, because he never really worked out before. He's in his 20s. Raul is
22.
He's 22 now, so he's been with us for not a year yet, right? Probably like 7-8 months, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And
My wife's like,
such a long way.
Oh man, he's very.
Have you seen our son? I was like, yeah, he's getting, I said his back's getting a little big like his dad's.
Yeah.
I said his arms are getting there. I said,
The trash talk between these two guys, though, it gets a lot of lines.
Starting to get there. He's starting to get me a little bit.
I go to my wife. I go, but you know what? I know, babe. You ain't there yet.
Right.
He's pushing me to go even farther. I'm like, how much weight you doing? He's like, I'm doing 30. So I'll be 35.
Yeah, there has been moments where, and I think you were actually a little quiet, where you'd be on that rack, or you're seeing your son on the other rack, and you'd pee, you're like, And I saw you go to switch. I'm like, Lin, doesn't do it. It was actually a good push. I think you ended up going 5 pounds heavier, and it still worked out.
Gotta win.
It's like positive good pressure, I guess.
That's so awesome, man. And what about because you have developed some friendships now. We do a lot of stuff the events that we do. Talk about that, because I think that's important. And I talk about this all the time. I've written articles about it. We're tribal beings, right? And we, as a culture, as a society, we don't spend enough time working for a common goal with other men, because there's not many places for men to go and train the way they want to train, to build muscle, to get strong, have fun while you're doing it, with intelligent programming. See, I threw the intelligent programming.
Well,
yeah. but really, and working together with other guys, like-minded individuals who want to achieve a common thing. I think that alone does so much for our happiness and our well-being, and I want to see if you could, just kind of touch on that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, look, that's another thing where it kind of touches upon the things we spoke about earlier, right? About creating a family atmosphere.
Yeah.
And creating a culture,
right?
You just said.
Mm-hmm.
And I think doing the outside activities with the people you're sweating with, right? Mm-hmm. In the gym, and making these leaps and bounds with it, and creating and forging relationships over iron, boom, boom. But I have a lot of great friends at this, and it's fantastic. And most of them are obviously younger than me, but it's cool, because you know what? It keeps me younger.
Yeah,
honestly, I have such.
You look younger than when you first started here, hands down.
I guess, man, that's right.
You look like a young, handsome
Compliments
Chevy
get
Chase.
you everywhere, man.
So, I will say this, actually, you talked about the team thing, like coming from a guy who played sports, whatever. It's really awesome having that camaraderie through training. It's, I see it also visually myself as a coach. It reminds me of the locker room of a football team, a baseball team. It's just a bunch of guys having done training, just shooting the shit, talking to each other. I mean, it's really cool. It's really awesome. It's something that, especially men, sometimes we kind of, after we're done playing sports or being a part of that, we need that, the camaraderie.
And I think one of the biggest reasons that I, really wanted to do this in a group and, have women train with women and men train with men, obviously the program has a lot to do with it, the way it's geared for men respond a little bit differently to certain training volumes than women do and vice versa. But a lot of that had to do with, growing up playing football and playing other sports, that those were some of the best memories of my life, some of the greatest times. So it's like recreating that type of atmosphere where you're still working hard, you're pushing yourself, you're bettering yourself, but you're also bettering the lives of other people around you, and you're developing these bonds and relationships that, honestly, it's very hard outside of like the military or sports. Like, you don't really find other places where you can develop those types of bonds and relationships with other men your age or younger or older, right? It's like it's a unique thing in that sense.
Yeah, it's great, and like you said earlier, I mean, I love when we all get together as a group afterwards. Obviously, not everybody comes,
right?
You know what I mean? Because everybody has
outside events. You mean like holiday parties and
those are great because that's something else that separates us, right? I'm not even thinking like TTS. I'm thinking us.
It is us, but that's what it is. Right?
Yeah. It separates us from other places because we do these things. You guys try and organize some get-togethers and see people on a social level sometimes, and you see the guys half the times going out. Hey, let's go out. Let's do here. Let's do that.
Right.
I've gone out and played golf with a couple of the guys.
Yeah.
I ended up going to dance competitions and ran into. I think it was Killer Keith and his kids.
Yeah.
So we were like,
dancing?
I will if you give me enough scotch. Clothes are optional,
Coach, please.
But yeah, man, it's like my wife's like, she goes, you always run into somebody you know, and half the time it's people from the gym. It's like I was walking through the city, right, and I'm walking through the city and walking down the street. There was Phil.
No shit.
He was on his way somewhere.
Wait, which Phil?
Holden Phil.
Phil Jitsu.
Phil Jitsu.
Oh, Phil Jitsu. Okay.
My man.
Okay. Yeah.
The other day.
Oh, Phil Jitsu. Okay.
Yes. We ran into him in Manhattan. I'm like, what are you doing?
Shit.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Biggest stick in the world.
Right. So even though
awesome,
the family isn't the hugest, but you run into people everywhere all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm always talking up, and I'm always trying to get other family members to join because honestly, I think it's the best program I've ever been involved with.
Man, thank you so much. It really means the world to us. Mm-hmm. And listen, so outside of fitness, how would you say this has impacted your life? Like, obviously you developed some relationships and all that, but you personally, the way you feel, like, do you notice any difference for yourself, in day-to-day things at work or wherever else?
Oh yeah, in day-to-day work, we're all dealing with our daily stresses.
Sure.
Right, with work and other pressures that responsibilities bring upon you. And it's like, okay, it helps me deal with that stuff better because I'll practice some of that breathing then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
So, but then I know, I'm like, okay, I got 2 hours left, and then I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna take it all out on the weights, and and it's gonna therapeutic, and it's going to allow me to have a release mechanism for that stress.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely part of it. So it kind of calms me down, even though I'm wired all the time.
Yeah.
Thanks to Chris, by the way. I never drank coffee.
But listen. In all honesty, I saved the world because he was gonna get like no explode and shit. So he was like, "What do you think about this?" I was like, "No, just listen. If you need a pre-workout that bad, just have a cup of coffee before you go."
Well, he bought a machine.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how that.
This guy at 50 years old never had coffee in his life. I didn't know I was doing anything new for him. I was like, just have a cup of coffee. And this guy comes in and fucking spinning on his head and doing break dancing on the way in here.
I have my first couple cups, right? I go to my wife, and she goes, I've been after you for, let's see, we're going to be married 25 years in December. We've been together in 5 days, 30 years.
Like I said, great memory.
So, that's called survival technique.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Make sure you edit that out. So she goes to me, I've been on you forever, but Chris tells you once. So that little speech got me drinking coffee, and then I was over my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house, who live around the corner, and she's like, would you like a cappuccino? I was like, sure, I'll try a cappuccino. So she made this really good cappuccino. I'm like, this is fucking good.
This is
So I saw the machine. That night I jumped on Amazon, ordered one.
Oh, geez.
I have this nice cappuccino, latte, espresso coffee maker at home.
He's a coffee connoisseur now.
Yes, and I've actually become quite the snob because now I only drink Starbucks. I don't drink anything else.
Okay.
It's always black.
He's so basic, this guy.
Flavored but black, but not with sugar, in the grounds kind of stuff. So trying to keep it clean.
Okay.
And then after I got the cappuccino machine, I texted Ruben. I go, Ruben, I'm bringing you a cappuccino. And I brought him a cappuccino.
Cappuccino. Had to come. I was like, why? I can use this.
I don't have a cappuccino yet, but I have
if you tell me when you're here, right?
I'll probably be here tomorrow night.
You know what? And I'll bring you one tomorrow. 5:30. I'll bring it.
Okay. All right. I gotta try this stuff.
By the way, those beans they're from Whole Foods.
Okay.
All right.
So they're organic.
They're organic.
Okay.
Espresso beans.
Beautiful.
And I will use low-fat skim milk.
Okay.
I'm using it. This is why I don't put any 1%, 2%, half and half. I use skim to cut down the calories.
Okay.
Keep the fat content low, because that's something I learned, another shameless plug, on the nutrition stuff.
Speaking of nutrition, this is a good segue here. How has your nutrition changed since over the course of the last 3 years?
Well, let's see. I'm no longer getting up in the morning and a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Okay. Do you miss those?
They were fucking magic.
They were magic.
They are magically.
I haven't had Lucky Charms in a long time, man.
But no, my eating habits have gotten so much better.
Yeah.
I have to admit. I mean, every time I go for blood work, everything's like beautiful.
Awesome.
So, and like before I was coming here, they had me take a statin blocker, because I had a little high cholesterol. But now they test my blood and they go, well, you don't even need to take it anymore. But it's good benefits because of your age for other things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, then I'll stay on it, but your cholesterol is like perfectly normal.
Mm-hmm.
So the working out, I think probably moving the blood and actually eating cleaner. I basically only eat like grilled chicken, tons of fish. I'll still have some meat because come on, we're men. We gotta have some meat, right?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Some carnivore stuff, but usually I just grill it. I'll get something that's very lean.
Right.
I eat a lot more vegetables. I eat almost a salad every single day.
Beautiful.
So
very simple, right?
Simple.
It doesn't have to be a specific. I think a lot of people get confused and they think you have to go on this very specific, rigid diet, right? And maybe there's a time and a place for that, like when you did an 8-week trend, but you knew what you were getting into. And I always tell people, there's like prerequisites to
I still
join.
eat a lot that way.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be a specific measurement and this and that all the time. Like, you just got to focus on what foods are what, like, look, there's a lot of bullshit out there, and there's a lot of like this, we could eat Lucky Charms and as long as it fits our macros and all this stuff. But I don't agree with that stuff. But anyway, what you do is you eat a lot of single ingredient, natural foods, right? Earth-grown nutrients, lean sources of protein, vegetables, unprocessed carbohydrates, good fats like avocado and nuts and omega-3 fish oils and the fats from oily fish like salmon. Very, very simple approach. And what happened just by doing that? You lost how many? 25 pounds of body fat, but probably more because you put a shit ton of muscle on.
Yeah.
Your blood lipids, your blood panel has improved. The best it's been ever, right? You're healthier, you look younger, you feel better, your joints aren't in as much pain as they used to be. And guys, my whole point is I'm not trying to say we're the end-all be-all here, but my whole point is it's a very simple approach. Shows up, you strength trains here 3 days a week. You doing any cardio?
A little bit. I need to do more.
Okay.
That's why I'm a little lazy.
So essentially just really 3 strength training days here per week, right?
Limited cardio.
The blood work improved. We're going to get you up to doing a little bit more cardio, right? But blood work improved. Your nutrition has improved drastically. And look at it didn't take doing this 30-day cleanse or this juice cleanse or this or that. It's just basic, simple obtainable, like sustainable. I mean, stuff that you can do on a daily basis. And I couldn't be more proud of you, dude. And you actually give me goosebumps when you said that. You know, they test your blood and you're like, we can get off the statins now. Like that's what we're doing this for, man. So it's beautiful to see, and it's really an honor to work with you, dude. And it's been a pleasure. Although you like to bust our chops a lot.
We're talking about it.
Yeah, it's been
always.
The last 3 years it's really been great working with you, and he's not listening to me. I'm giving him compliments here, and he's ignoring me. We're gonna work on the ADD in the future. Okay, it's one step at a time here.
Coach, I will say this: to track back, you originally looked at that, and it was a deeper issue. You know, your father, and at 51, and that was something you wanted to work on your health for. And look, man, this is the healthiest you've ever been, strongest you've ever been, and you're even bringing your family along for the ride.
Oh yeah,
it's really special.
I carry him on my back every time to class.
That's right. That's a hero.
Well, Lenny, thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate you guys putting me on. I mean, I was like, I got the call, and I was like, yo, babe, check it out.
That's funny, man. Like it's Robert De Niro calling you.
I told us like when I go home, we'll be signing autographs later.
Well, thank you for taking the time out of your day.
Oh no, for sure. You know what? I love you guys. You guys are the best.
I love you too, man. Seriously,
so
love you.
You guys made such a positive influence in my daily life as far as everything. I'm the one really thanking you guys.
Oh man, dude, there's no greater accomplishment that we could have than hearing something like that.
And I really appreciate that too. But just know you're also an inspiration to us.
And James, he's not here.
You know, and
big James.
You gotta go out through the train, baby.
Being at 49 years old, trying something new, that's an inspiration for everyone. You know,
hell yeah.
Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable, like go for it, whatever it is. You know.
Oh yeah.
Especially positive for your daily living.
That's it.
Well, Lin, if anybody has a question for you, where can they find you? Can they hit you up on Instagram?
I am on IG. No, that's another thing. I am on the gram.
Yes.
I am technically on the Twitter, but I don't really tweet much. You know?
He has a bedazzled iPhone too.
Stay away from Twitter.
And I don't really, Twitter's really like dark, and everybody's like, you suck.
It's
all arguing. It's like you're it's like a bunch of 12-year-olds fighting.
But
I am on IG.
Where can they find you on IG? What's your handle?
It is Lachlan.MacMillan. I'm so boring.
Okay, that's easy, basic.
Yeah,
so it's linked to my Facebook, so every once in a while, if you guys saw some of my posts, there was some alcohol involved, so there was pictures of dragons and shit.
Okay.
I was debating for the next tattoo ideas. You can hit me up and let me know.
Okay, well, there we go. We're gonna come tattooed, the dragon tattooed on your face.
No.
That's nice.
Still trying to work at that TTS thing on my way.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's show. I hope you got a lot out of this episode, and I really hope that you got a lot out of Lin's story here, because my man has come such a long way. He's made incredible progress over the years. If you have any questions for me, you can always hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Chris_Tutela, Tutela. Be sure to check out the Iron Life podcast anywhere podcasts are available. Coach, where can these guys find you?
Guys, if you have any questions, you can find me on Instagram at _Ruben, RUBEN, _Borges, BORGES. Ask me any questions, or ask me if you want me to find out about any jokes by Lin, and he'll let me know.
Well, why don't we finish off? Lin, you got one more joke. Joke number 3. Let's go for it.
Oh, no, I can't tell that joke. That's a nasty
joke. Go for it.
No.
We're throwing it. Well, we don't know what you got.
I'm so pissed.
You got anything else?
Okay, let me think.
He's got him.
Get ready.
I think I got it.
Okay. It's a big one.
Go for it.
I don't remember it.
Now you don't remember when we put you on the spot?
I'm old.
1,000 jokes a day.
You know what?
I can do memory stuff.
Lin, I got one for you.
Wait, now I got it.
There it is. He's back.
We're back, baby. What does a pirate charge for corn?
I don't know.
Buccaneer. There it is. Another dad joke.
Excellent.
Drop mic.
You guys can laugh at home. We're not going to do it here. Lenny Mac, thanks so much for coming on.
I don't do well under pressure.